We are truly heartbroken this morning after our dear friend Denise D'Ascenzo suddenly passed away yesterday. One of the things that we loved most about Denise was the way she cared for people. You could tell that when you watched on TV that she just radiated kindness. And Dennis House brings us a look back at some of the stories that were really special to her.
The story of Lifestar pilot Richard Magner was just one she had to tell.
Senior pilot Richard Magner is right at home in the cockpit of the Lifestar helicopter.
Every Lifestar one.
Magner flew the very first Lifestar flight from Hartford Hospital nearly 3 decades ago, and at 67, he's still going strong.
Certainly something I enjoy a great deal after all these years.
I saw that firsthand when Magner took me for a flight on Lifestar on a beautiful fall day.
There's an eagle directly overhead. See him?
It was the path that brought Magner to Lifestar that Denise wanted to share with all of us, going back to his tour in Vietnam.
When I initially got hit, I thought I just had this tumbling sensation and this a maze of red color. But then probably less than a minute passed and my vision cleared. All the instruments looked good and we're still flying. Didn't hurt it structurally at all, but it took my jaw off.
He survived, but not without losing a part of his jaw that couldn't be rebuilt.
Nowadays, they probably wouldn't use zippers.
After all these years, Magner can still fit into his Army flight shirt. His face may be different now, but for this proud veteran, the scars are just a humbling reminder of just how lucky he was.
In November of 2014, Denise took us inside the NICU at St. Francis Hospital, where she introduced us to baby Joe, who came into the world 6 weeks earlier than expected.
On this day, I'm scrubbing up for a special visit. Danielle and John want me to meet their baby boy.
Joe, this is Daddy. Can you open your eyes? This is Denise. Isn't he a cutie?
He's adorable.
You see a little smile?
He's smiling.
Yeah,
yes.
Joe, yeah.
It's a magical moment that is about to get even better. 5 days after baby Joe was born, his father is now going to hold him for the very first time.
Here we go.
Hey, Joe. Hi, Joey. Joey, it's Daddy. He's so perfect.
Denise brought us the journey of Colby Salerno to get a new heart. She walked alongside him in the days immediately following his long-awaited transplant surgery.
Got my blood pumping better than ever. And
Colby not only thrived post-surgery, he went on to medical school and is now a doctor. Denise was always looking ahead for the next great story to tell. When she learned the Charles W. Morgan, the last known surviving whaling ship, was being restored, she wanted to be there when it sailed again. Very recently, Denise had been working on a story she was very excited to bring you this holiday season about a special performance of the Nutcracker on the shoreline. Every time she talked about it, she smiled and smiled. It brought Denise joy, joy she wanted to share with all of us.
And WFSB anchor Irene O'Connor is remembering Denise. She wrote that it's just a heartbreaking time. A true friend and mentor to so many. I am stunned and so sad. It is hard to find the words, but I am praying for her family tonight. She was a huge supporter of mine and so many others at Channel 3. She cheered me on every step of my career at the station, a first-class journalist and a kind and gentle friend in every sense. We love you, Denise. That was from Irene O'Connor. And former WFSB anchor Jerry Brooks says, I am stunned, I am dumbfounded, and I have no adequate words right now to say how much I thought of Denise. I will say this, she is everything you thought she was. She took good care of herself, which reminds me how random the lottery of life is. As my mother used to say, it goes by fast. Rest easy, Denise. You will be badly and sadly missed. And Denise has touched so many lives over the years. She was a teacher, a mentor to so many of us in the newsroom, and many folks who have moved on from this station. Well, everyone took a little piece of Denise with them, and you're hearing from some of them this morning.
They did, and I think that she made the world a little brighter because of it, right? So she had this undeniable energy about her. We had a former Channel 3 reporter, Kim Lucy, who shared this picture. at a station event remembering Denise with these words. She said, "The rock of that Connecticut newsroom and one of the classiest women I've had the privilege of knowing. Of course, she would have a stylish sweater around her shoulders to match her station-issued polo. She always led with grace, and we were all better for having known her. Rest in peace, Denise." And we had another former Channel 3 reporter, Robert Goldston, remembering Denise, saying, "The best anchors check in on their reporters. Denise D'Ascenzo from WFSB did that regularly during my time at Channel 3 Eyewitness News. I vividly remember her messages when I was nearly overwhelmed by some of the tragedies I was covering. Getting a note from someone like Denise made you feel like you were part of something. You will be truly missed, Denise. Thank you." And we had one of our photographers here at Channel 3, Beth James, who was telling us how she got to work with Denise covering a story just a few weeks ago, and what an honor it was. She said, "Only a few years ago, she asked me what I wanted to do, and I told her I really wanted to be a photographer. Denise told me to get out there and go do it. We need more women photographers in this business." After working with her in the field, she told me she remembered that conversation, and she was so happy that she got to work with me after all these years. She loved the grace and women's touch I put to bringing that story and wanted me to keep doing it, and she hoped to get more women photographers in this business.
She was everyone's biggest cheerleader, the
An encourager
matriarch of the newsroom. I don't really know how we close a show like this,
Well,
except to say that we're heartbroken. We are thinking of Denise's family and grieving with them today.
See, and I remember when we moved from Massachusetts to Connecticut in 1987, and one of the first people we saw in Connecticut was Denise, way back when she first started. So seeing her, and as nice as she was on television all the way back then, to see how consistently nice she is in person, and actually to get into the business and actually work with her as well, everything you saw on air is absolutely the way she was. There was nothing fake about it. That was her.
Yes.
And it was just so kind.
Yes, the epitome of class and grace. And we will continue to share our memories and your memories of Denise in the days and weeks to follow, and try to pay tribute and put to words what an amazing person she was. We love you. We will miss you. And we will be thinking about you forever, Denise.